how did you come to decide that you would infuse into your retirement some tutoring?
Well, I think my favorite part of when I was teaching were my small group SPIRE groups, or my small structured literacy groups. They they were definitely part of what I missed the most about being in a classroom or at a school site. So when I retired, I thought about it. I had some wonderful people like you kind of asking me and prompting me, like, do you want to do some of this, keep doing some of this? The flexibility is amazing. The fact that we are doing it electronically makes it even easier. And in fact, because I hadn't done a lot of it, well, we learned to do it electronically through the pandemic, which was wonderful that we were able to provide that service through that time. And I was very uncertain that I would be comfortable with it or able to manage the tech piece, but it's been great. It's easy, and it's easy for the parents, and that part is just great. So that makes the tutoring very easy, very flexible. And I think my husband, who had been waiting a year for me to retire, was a little like, do you really want to do this? Do I really want you to do this? And then he heard me. I would talk to him sometimes after a tutoring session with like a little anecdote about like, oh, I did this with this student, and then he just got it, or he said this, or he made this connection. And he looked at me, because he doesn't really know anything about this, my husband, and he said, yeah, maybe you should be doing this. Look how excited you are when you're telling me that. And I think having some of this in your retired life is a good thing for the kids, but also a good thing for me.
So we are ultimately selfish in our service, aren't we?
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
a good kind of selfishness. And I love that about you. So can you tell me about what inspires you to engage in this teaching and now in this tutoring, this type of instruction with these students? Why is it so much fun for you?
I think because it's kind of that look on their face when they finally put something together, when they're using a strategy that's been taught, and I see them stop to think, and then they tap or they do it, and the word just comes to them, and it's that, like, that whole wow moment, like I did it by myself. That increase in confidence, or when a parent comes on to talk to me at the end of a session and says, they read this, they knew that word, he tapped it, he told me something that I didn't know about, an ending, it can only be a CK ending if it's after a short vowel, and he taught the parent something. I don't know, it's just, it's powerful to think that, especially the kids that I see that are not identified as having a learning disability in a school system and are not receiving services, it's powerful to see them receive this kind of tutoring and really start to move forward. Whereas I feel like when it's not being addressed in a classroom, they just continue to kind of struggle and struggle and struggle. And I don't know, this kind of opens a door. And
yes, it certainly does. And thank you so much, Karen, for all that you're doing to help our students. It is amazing. They love having you serve them. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing.